Hey there. Have you ever found yourself in a place where your heart feels heavy and your soul feels weighed down? Your shoulders slump under the pressure. Each breath feels shallow. Worry casts a dark cloud over your thoughts. You know this feeling. It's the heavy cloak of discouragement, and it seems determined to smother any flicker of joy. Maybe everything seems to be going wrong. Perhaps a dream has shattered, leaving you with sharp shards of disappointment. Or maybe it's the relentless monotony of life, the feeling of being stuck in a rut that's stealing your peace. Whatever the cause, the effect is the same. Your soul feels downcast, but even in this darkness, a tiny spark of hope remains. Deep down, you know you're not meant to carry this burden alone. A still, small voice whispers of a love that never fails, a strength that can lift you from the depths of despair. The psalmist in Psalm 42, verse 5, poses a poignant question. Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me? These words, penned centuries ago, resonate with a timeless relevance. They acknowledge the reality of our human struggles, the times when our hearts are overwhelmed with discouragement. This question isn't meant to shame us, but to awaken us. It's a gentle nudge to look beyond our circumstances and remember who we are, beloved children of a loving God. He sees our pain, hears our cries, and longs to lift us from the depths of despair. But often, when discouragement sets in, it's easy to forget these truths. We allow the lies of the enemy to take root in our hearts, whispering doubts and fears that drown out the voice of truth. The enemy, the father of lies, wants us to believe we are alone, forgotten, and without hope. He whispers that our struggles are too big, our failures too great, and our pain too deep for God to heal. He thrives in the darkness of our doubts, feeding off our fears. But God, in His infinite love and faithfulness, offers something entirely different, His unchanging promises. These promises are not empty words, but anchors for our souls, steadfast and sure, even when our world feels like it's falling apart. He promises to never leave us nor forsake us, as stated in Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. He assures us that He is near to the brokenhearted, as we find in Psalm 34, verse 18. And He reminds us that His strength is made perfect in our weakness, according to 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9. Cling to these promises. Write them on your heart. Let them be your shield against the enemy's lies. Numbers 23:19 reminds us, God is not a man, that He should lie, nor a son of man, that He should change His mind. Does He speak and then not act? Does He promise and not fulfill? This truth, resounding through millennia, offers an unshakable foundation for our hope. God's faithfulness is not dependent on our circumstances, our feelings, or even our own faithfulness. He remains constant, unwavering, and true to His word, even when we struggle to believe. His promises are not subject to the whims of fate or the uncertainties of life. They are rooted in His unchanging character and fueled by His boundless love for us. This unwavering faithfulness is the bedrock of our hope. When doubts cloud our minds and fears grip our hearts, we can find solace in knowing that God is always faithful. He is who He says He is, and He will do what He promised. In the midst of discouragement, when your soul feels overwhelmed, there's a lifeline within reach. Prayer, Philippians 4, verse 6, encourages us, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Prayer isn't about reciting memorized words or following a specific formula. It's about opening your heart to God, pouring out your fears and burdens, and seeking His comfort, guidance, and strength. It's about acknowledging your need for Him and inviting Him into the messy reality of your life. Don't allow the enemy to convince you that your prayers are insignificant or that God is too busy to listen. He longs to hear from you, to share your burdens, and to wrap you in His love. Making prayer a habit, a natural part of your daily life, is key to experiencing its transformative power. Start by setting aside a specific time each day to connect with God. It could be first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or just before bed. Find a time and place where you can be still and focus on Him. Don't worry about eloquent words or lengthy prayers. Just talk to God as you would a trusted friend. Share your joys and sorrows, your hopes and fears. Thank Him for His blessings, both big and small. Ask for His guidance, strength, and peace. Write down your prayers in a journal. Not only will this help you articulate your thoughts and feelings, but it will also serve as a tangible reminder of God's faithfulness in your life. Jeremiah 33 verse 3 assures us, "Call to me and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." God, in His infinite love and compassion, is always ready and willing to listen to our prayers. His arms are always open wide, ready to embrace us with His comfort and grace. He longs for us to draw near to Him, to pour out our hearts to Him, and to experience the peace that surpasses all understanding. Psalm 136 beautifully illustrates God's enduring love, repeating the phrase, "His love endures forever," throughout the psalm. This is not a fleeting love, dependent on our worthiness or our circumstances. It is an everlasting love, unwavering and steadfast, that pursues us relentlessly and embraces us unconditionally. Remember, you are never alone in your struggles. God is with you always, ready to listen, comfort, and strengthen you. When discouragement threatens to overwhelm you, remember the words of Psalm 42 verse 5 and ask yourself, "Why, my soul, are you downcast?" Then turn your eyes to God's unchanging promises. Cling to them as anchors for your soul, reminders of His unwavering faithfulness and boundless love. Make prayer your lifeline, a constant source of strength and comfort. Pour your heart out to God, knowing that He hears your every word and cares deeply for you. His love endures forever, and His promises are always true. You are not defined by your circumstances, your struggles, or your doubts. You are a child of God, deeply loved and cherished by Him. And because of that, you have hope. A hope that is not based on fleeting feelings or uncertain circumstances, but on the solid rock of God's promises. Be encouraged today. Hallelujah. Please subscribe for more uplifting videos like this.